My 18-year-old son, Charles Andre Johnson, was murdered in a case of mistaken identity in Philadelphia. A month to the day that Charles died, we created the Charles Foundation. Charles is an acronym for Creating Healthy Alternatives, results in less emotional suffering. We teach problem solving, conflict resolution. We give them mentors, and we work with high-risk young people in Philadelphia. And the other part is that we work to get the illegal guns off the streets, and we work with our legislators to try and create common sense gun laws. I commend the young people from Parkland for coming out here, for being the voice for the voiceless. Our children have a right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
I'm out here today to support the young kids that are here. My only child, Justin Reyes, right here, he was murdered on June 11, 2011. His case is still unsolved. It's going to be 7 years, and I'm going to continue to fight for my son and for all the other children. They shouldn't have to worry about being murdered.
I'm out here to support the young people and against violence. My son's name was Manuel Pedro. He was 34 years old. He was shot while he was out socializing with some friends. So I'm out here with part of the Charles Foundation, and I'm here to be his voice today. I'm his voice and other mothers around the world who lost loved ones to violence.
Daryl Green, and I'm from Deep Forgiveness. Deep Forgiveness was born out of a tragedy that happened to my younger brother. He went bowling, he checked his shoes, used your shoes. A 14-year-old kid was behind the counter and took his shoe. An altercation broke out in the bowling alley. Management threw the other kid out, and as a result of that, that 14-year-old kid, he went home and armed himself. And so as my brother went to leave, the ex of the bowling alley, the young kid who he had the altercation with in the bowling alley, he stabbed him. He died 4 days later in shock trauma, Baltimore. I wanted his family to feel the same pain, the same hurt, the same loss that we did. So I came home from college to kill him. I came home with a 9mm German Louis to blow his head off because I wanted his family to feel that same pain. But God is so incredibly awesome that that didn't happen. I was angry for a long time. I asked God to take the anger off of me. He gave me forgiveness. I went to court and I testified on his behalf for his release. And now him and I now work together saving lives. Stop drinking the poison and expect somebody else to die. And you can forgive just because you can. Won't you join us, man? Go to our website at www.deepforgiveness.com.
We're here because we have leaders that flat out refuse to do anything about the level of gun violence that's taking place in our country. You know, it's not that they can't, they simply won't.
Issa Khalif for Black Lives Matter, Pennsylvania chapter. I'm here, as my sister said, to stand in solidarity first with all of the young people who have decided to organize and turn tragedy into power and turn pain into progress. And this is why it's important, I think, for all generations to be together on this.
It's outstanding that the children from Parkland were able to move the needle. We know that when the shooting took place in Connecticut, Congress didn't move. It was important for me to show it with my children so that somehow
somehow or another, the seeds that I'm planting today will harvest into goodness in the world as they age and they grow. So this is a long overdue conversation, and I'm hoping that this is the beginning of Americans saying, if you are an elected official and you do accept campaign donations from the NRA, you will not be voted back in office.
And I also would like to say to those families who have been victimized by police violence by using guns, it's important that when we speak on violence that we talk about all the degrees of violence. And I would like to give a shout out and recognition to my cousin Brandon Tate Brown, who was murdered December 15, 2014 by police officers in Philadelphia with a license to kill. So when we're talking about gun violence, we have to bring every aspect of gun violence into play and how it affects us as black and brown people. So I commend you as a young filmmaker coming out from one filmmaker to the next to document this. We need that type of talent and gifts to document our story so it will not be told by others.